All right, Scorpios. Well, for starters, coming out of May, you are in a resting place. At least mentally, you are in a place of peace right now with your life, with your love life, specifically with your love life. At least in terms of peace, it doesn't necessarily mean that everything is going well, but you are at peace in your mind with the situation. And the reason why I say that is because your primary position for June is the Three of Swords. So I'm coming to the conclusion that something is happening in your relationship, and it is causing some discomfort, some mental anguish. You or your partner may be deciding about going different directions. You may be having mental and emotional, mostly just mental power struggles, really. And you are kind of standing your ground because you're just at peace with your decisions. You're at peace with your thoughts. There is a big decision, or there has been a big decision, but I don't think that you've made it just yet, because this is being crossed by the Wheel of Fortune, and it's almost as if something is brewing in your relationship, but you're not wanting to take action just yet, because the feelings are there. The love is there. Okay? The effort and the kindness is there. So that's why I said there may be just some mental power struggles, and you're starting to both possibly get very frustrated with each other, but there's so much backing to your relationship, emotional backing, emotional stability, that you're not really ready to give up on anything yet. So you're kind of sitting here coming from May, waiting it out, waiting out the storm. Because the Wheel of Fortune's always turning. Okay, when things are good, they can get bad. When things are bad, they can get good. And so you're waiting to see what's going to happen. There's some decisions to be made. There's communication to be had. There may be another person involved. Okay? But you're not doing anything yet. You're not taking action just yet. Which a lot of times is actually hard for you to do, Scorpio, because you, out of all the water signs, you are the most likely to take an action based on a thought. You're the most likely to not be afraid to take an action, not be afraid to just call it like you see it, and not so much be so intuitive with your emotions, but more intuitive with your mind. Out of all the water signs, you're the one that's most likely to say, this doesn't make me feel good, I'm done. Or this I would like to see you again. Okay? You're very clear in your thoughts. Whether you're right or wrong, to you, you're very clear in your thoughts. To you, you're very clear and just in your actions and your words. Okay? So, for you to not be doing anything just yet and waiting and watching and feeling it out, and I say feeling it out because we have cups grounding and crowning your June, I know that that's difficult for you, but I also know that it means that there's a lot of emotions behind it, a lot of warmth behind it. Because grounding you, we have the King of Cups, and the King of Cups is a card. We have the King and Queen, both of Cups, and this is the King of Cups is both of them are very warm, gentle, kind, caring, always willing to offer service, always, there's a humility to both of those cups, or both of those cards, that is, I keep wanting to say the word everlasting, but there's a humility behind the words and the actions of a King and Queen of Cups. Okay? The King of Cups is also somebody, or that has the energy of being very business-oriented, very responsible, and very willing to assist and help whomever is involved. Okay, so the love is there, the kindness is there, the willingness is there. And then the Queen of Cups also, she's very smart, very successful, she's very happy, and very virtuous. And so this relationship that you have even if it's a long-term bond, or even if it's a new relationship, or even if you've just met. I'm not saying that you just met. I'm not seeing somebody new come into the picture. So this relationship that you're having is full of a lot of love. So you're waiting. And then in your near future, we have the Two of Wands, and this is another card of waiting. Okay? There's a loneliness aspect to this card, because this man has built a beautiful life for himself. He's standing on top of his big, luxurious house on the hill, and he is looking at everything that he has built and looking out over his domain, really, and saying, I have everything in life that I want, except I'm missing this. There's a piece missing. Okay, now he's looking back, even though this is in your near future, he's looking back over the relationship. Maybe because something is brewing. He's looking back and analyzing and saying, something is missing. How do I fix this? What do I do? He's ready to take action, though, because he's a Wands energy. He's fire energy. Okay, so in his mind, in his thoughts, in his heart, he's ready to take action to fix this emptiness that he's feeling. And this emptiness that he's feeling doesn't necessarily mean, it can mean that he needs love in his life and she needs love in her life, and that's the piece that's missing, is a companion. But I'm feeling, Scorpio, that you have that. You're just wanting to figure out the piece that's missing is the last piece of your relationship that will bond you together indefinitely, is what it seems like. Because the loving and the caring is there. The love and the caring is there. There's just some decision being made. There may be another third person. I know I keep saying that. But or just a mental battle that you two are having. And you think, maybe if we could just get past this piece, we'll be fine. Now, how you're viewing the situation, though, Scorpios, we have the moon. And this is I think this is the card of Pisces. And again, it's a water energy. It's a night card. So in tarot, we have day cards and night cards. And night cards represent our internal emotions, our internal hopes and fears and feelings. So this card is a card of emotion. It's a card of leaving a situation or needing to leave a situation to get to a better place emotionally. So this is how you're feeling about the situation. Okay? You're feeling emotional, sad, a little frustrated, wanting to get to a different place with this person, though. And then how they are viewing the situation is the Eight of Swords. And this is a card of feeling paralyzed. It's a card of having too many negative thoughts about something or someone and not being able to look within ourselves and realize that we can change the situation ourselves. All of these swords are thoughts about the relationship, thoughts about you, thoughts about them. And she can very easily take these bandages off, take the blindfold off, take this rope off, and very clearly and easily release these thoughts. But she's choosing not to right now, so she's feeling paralyzed. He or she is feeling paralyzed, your partner. That's how they're viewing the relationship. Now, there's a lot of swords here. You are, in your hopes and your fears, we have the Queen of Swords, and this is a very stoic energy, okay? This is somebody that's very smart. So in terms of your hopes and fears, you're viewing the situation as that you're both very smart. It's a good decision to be together. You are liking where you are, but there's a missing element. There's a missing, it's almost like she has the ability to love and give and be kind, but she's not ready yet. She's a little closed off in terms of her emotions. And this is really because you may actually very well be dealing with an air sign, but this is really because air signs don't really open up in terms of their emotions. It takes them a long time, and it's not a long time in terms of an earth sign where they really just take forever because they're afraid of their emotions. Air signs take a long time because they are so smart and intellectual that they always try to place logic and reason to their emotions. And it takes them a while to put the pieces together and actually get to a place where they can realize that sometimes emotions are illogical and you can't have a reason sometimes for feeling the way that we do. And so that's at that point, that's when they really start opening up. But it does take them a while. So in your hopes and fears, you're fearing that this person is going to be closed off for a long time and feel paralyzed for a long time instead of just opening up. So what are you doing, Scorpio? You are going to be continuing to carry the burden of the relationship. Okay, you see a lot of value in it. You see a lot of value in them. You want them to stay. And you're realizing that there might be a little closed off. You might be a little closed off as well. But what you're going to be doing is picking up the burden, picking up the communication, picking up the activities, picking up the lighthearted behavior, the flirting. You're picking up all the responsibilities and actually taking them upon yourself, which is good. And you're trying to fix a situation. You're trying to enhance the communication on your own. And that's good. Now, whether they respond or reciprocate is a whole different scenario. But in terms of you're feeling emotional about it. You know that there's a piece missing, so you're going to try to make the change yourself. And that's actually very honorable of you. And it's very smart because it does show that you really care and you're willing to go the extra mile for this person. Okay? That's actually a beautiful outcome to this reading. And don't be so worried about this because this card can be very scary, this Three of Swords. It can be a very scary card, but with all these cards that are around it, I'm feeling really that and with the Wheel of Fortune crossing it, I'm feeling that it's really kind of faded. The relationship is faded, and you're not just going to let it go because they want to go or because there's silence between you two or because you aren't talking. There's feelings there, and you're not going to let it go lightly. All right, Scorpio, let's look at your oracle cards, Spirit and Universe. What is the outcome or overall message that you have for Scorpios relating to their June love reading? What are the overall messages and overall advice that you have for Scorpios related to their love life in June? Here we go. Keep in mind this Ten of Wands. The Leum. Unconditional giving, unconditional receiving. If you are stuck or blocked in a situation, and the Leum turns up in a reading, you probably need to stop focusing on what you are trying to accomplish and simply give to others, freely, generously, and unconditionally. Try a few new random acts of kindness, unconditionally giving, of course. Go do some volunteer work somewhere, mow your elderly neighbor's lawn, or take homemade soup and some flowers from your garden to someone who is ill. Give some help to a coworker just because they need it. Give to a needy stranger, whether or not you think he deserves it. Take flowers into a hospital and give them to a stranger at random, or give them to a nurse with compliments from the universe. Give a bit more than you think you can afford. Go a little bit further than you reasonably can. Empty your wallet or purse of all your cash for a beggar on the street. Don't worry, it will fill up again, much faster than you might have expected. So this is exactly the attitude that you're having in June, Scorpio, actually, and it's beautiful because there's a lot of feeling, there's some waiting, there's some emotional discord, okay? But it's okay because you're actually going to take on the responsibility of making the adjustments as needed, or at least you're going to try, okay? And effort actually goes a long way with people.